Hi, everybody. Good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. My name is Margaret Pinard. I'm a historical fiction and fantasy author, and yes, I do need to read it on the screen to get it right every time. And you're on Booktube. This Friday morning, I'm showing you one weird tip that'll help you win Nano. Just kidding. Actually, I do have a weird tip. It worked for me yesterday. Today is going to be productivity sprints because it is the final Friday of the month. So I hope you are ready for that. Oh, Twitter is having issues again. Fine. Don't go to Twitter. But what I have for you today, and hopefully this is still broadcasting, yes, is the one weird tip before we jump in. So I had for weeks, nano outline on a blank piece of paper. And it was very pretty, but it was very blank. And then I started dividing it up into categories, like a character. I got the character. And a time frame. I got the time frame. And a climax moment. Ooh, I've got the climax moment. And I put those on a few Post-its. And then I started adding Post-its. And look, I have like an outline now. It's so exciting. I even have ideas for sequels. Like this could be a series. So I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I'm very excited about my nano novel. How about you guys? Welcome to the final Friday productivity sprint. If you're new here, feel free to subscribe and like the stream and let us know what you're working on. For productivity sprints, I usually do 3 of about 20 minutes. So we're doing about an hour of work and about an hour of chat. That's just my ratio. And sometimes I use video timers and sometimes I just use the scroller at the bottom because I can't be bothered. Because we're a little late going this morning and we're still in planner mode, I'm probably just going to use the scroller today, so I hope that's fine with everybody. But let me know what you're working on. I'll just pop that up here as our question of the day. Let me see if I had any things to cover. Nope, that's it. We're just going to dive on in today. I'm going to say hello to RC. Hello. Hello to Emma, who's in. Yes, excited about the sequels. Cynthia, good morning. And Emma says, can't wait to get started writing on this project. Me too. I just saw someone who said that they were writing early and they were like stockpiling words. And I'm like, that's kind of cheating. I don't know. Are you a stickler for writing words in the November container? Or is it just whatever gets you across the finish line? Either way is good. I did want to let people know that later today I have a fireside chat with Bookends and Books, who is a booktuber from Canada. She does a lot of classics. She does a lot of translated literature. She's great. Her name is Elizabeth. And so she'll be on the channel later today, which is very exciting. We'll pop that up. Yes. Emma says she's a total rule follower. Okay. All right. I've got my eye on you then. And the other thing to let people know is that I've got a box set coming out, an ebook bundle of my trilogy of historical fiction. Cynthia knows. Cynthia's read one. And so I was a little rolled over because I did a Facebook post. I'm like making the rounds, making sure I've got stuff on Instagram and on Twitter, on Facebook. I finally put a personal post up on Facebook saying, hey, I've got a box set coming out. Feel free to check it out. I'm like, people coming out of the woodwork. It's amazing. Facebook. When it works, it works. But, it's like 1 in 1,000, so you can't depend on it. But that's good news. So that's what I was working on this morning. And I'm going to set up our first sprint timer here. Here we are, working till we're going to start at, 9:07. So let's do 20 minutes at 27. My friend Anita A.F. Stewart, who is usually here to say hello, has a release day today for Fairy Tales and Nightmares. So I will go grab the link for that and drop it in the chat because that's what she's probably working on right now, is getting the word out for that. But yeah, do this, switch it up, and get ready to jump in. What are you going to be doing for your first sprint? I need to put this aside because it's what's attracting me right now, and I need to get like the planners organized. I've got a few minutes left of my Friday planning hour, which overlaps with my final and first Friday sprints, which is fine. So Holly Rhiannon of the Stygian Society was saying in her latest Get Organized video that she has duplicative systems, both paper and digital. And I tweeted her a picture and I was like, duplicative system? I don't know what you mean. Who's that? I don't know her. Like, what's that about? All my paper things. So I'm going to work on consolidating that. I mean, I did branch out to be able to see things more clearly, and now I need to like consolidate again. It's not duplicative. It's proof. A little bit. We're trying. All right. So, yay. Is clapping. Emma saying, the cover is so beautiful. I know. I'm so satisfied with Sasha's cover. JC is here saying hello. So we're going to jump in. It's 20 minutes, and I will mute myself. You'll get to hear the lovely background music, get some planning, consolidating done, and join back here in a bit. So good luck. There we go. 27 minutes. All right. Did you get anything done? Did you feel more collected and calm? Let's find out. So I saw there's a little chat. So I said I was going to consolidate, but when I look at my different notepads of things to do, they are really just still waiting on things. So I can't consolidate them. They just got to live in different notepads. I don't know. Is that an ADHD trait? Maybe. It's fine. I actually looked up the difference between flow state and hyperfocus yesterday because I thought, aren't those kind of similar? What makes one good and one bad? And the consensus in the couple of articles that I Googled was that hyperfocus is like something you can't stop. Not that you can choose to get out of it, but that like you feel a compulsion to keep going and you don't want to disengage. And flow state is like when it's easy to keep going and you sort of dissolve and you don't think about yourself. Again, those can both coexist. So I'm not sure I have the answer yet, but I thought that was an interesting connection. I did not get into a flow state, but I did get some things done. Email stuff, planner stuff. I got as far as I need to announce the box set on TikTok because I'm on there. I just don't know how to make a video different for TikTok. I did a TikTok video with Mariah Enkenman this past week, and I did a YouTube answer to the tag. And then I filmed that sort of format for TikTok and tried to do it really fast because it was only a minute. And it actually turned out to be 2 minutes, but like the format was just so boring that I switched it up and I made it into like an art house kind of TikTok where it was like leaves crunching and light in the trees and pretty fall colors, and then just like lots of text for all the questions and answers, and then my voice at the end. So very different. It didn't do great, as most things on TikTok, but whatever. Okay, so let me catch up with the chat. I put a question in here, which I think might be interesting. Has anyone given themselves a reward this year to strive for if they win Nano? This year, mine is a new Scrivener license. And yes, Emma says, don't you get Scrivener cheaper if you win Nano? Yes, but I haven't bought it again when I've won it again since the original first time. So my license is from 2013. And like they never have a record of it when I go to like write their help and ask them for things. And it's on a computer that's so old. It's on 2 computers. You're allowed 2 licenses. It's on my old computer and then on a computer that's so old it won't put up anymore because I need to buy a new battery for it. And I refuse to buy a new $40 battery to get $20 worth of value or $30, whatever it's up to now for a Scrivener license when it's on discount. And they can't delete that license from the computer for me, this like remotely, which boggles my mind. But anyway, yeah, so I'm just gonna buy another license for the new computer sort of tried to think about, like, what if I segregated Scrivener computer is not a internet computer, so that it could be just a work computer. Like, I could what's it called? Airlock it for productivity reasons, like Ben Pick was explaining. But then I was like, but I need to research stuff. So, and also the old one is just getting really wheezy. Like, I can't listen to sound of anything on it anymore. So, yeah, it's going to die soon. So, anyway, that's my Scrivener sob story. Here we go. Andy popped in to say hi. Hi, hi, hi. Leslie dropped in to say good morning, everyone in the chat. And I like how Leslie popped in. Someone said, hi, bookskers and purrs. But it came out bookskers et purrs, like they're speaking French. That tickled me. And now I can't find it. So, oh well. Emma's got a book out in the world, The Romance A Christmas Truce, that came out on Wednesday. How do you feel now that your book is out in the world? And she said, like, I need to write another one. LOL. It's weird because no one other than my editors read this one before it was published. It was changed into a Christmas book quite last minute, and there was no time for beta readers. And Leslie says, wow, the life of a writer is wild. You don't know the half of it. Somehow that sounds fun and stressful at the same time. Yes, there, you've got the life of a writer. Emma says, my publisher wanted a Christmas book and the manuscript was a mess anyway, so I was like, I'll make this one Christmassy. Well, yeah. Leslie says, well, that worked out. Gotta have that hustle state of mind. I mean, do you? I got around to Anita's link. So her book, Fairy Tales and Nightmares, releases today. And it's a books to read link, which means you have the link to buy it in any place you want. You can buy it on Kindle, you can buy it on Apple, you can buy it on Google, you can buy it wherever, but you get all the links from the book page there, which is a beautiful thing, universal book links. And I had to search because I couldn't remember the name of the book because I read it like 3 years ago. But Melissa Albert, who I think is a Pacific Northwest author, wrote The Hazelwood and then Night Country, and I think maybe a third book in that world. But it's giving me the very same, like, creepy fairy tales entwined, different mythology behind them, kind of vibe, which is really good. So, Fairy Tales and Nightmares, check it out. Leslie says, I like the cover. Yeah, very cool. Oh, there we go. Andy. Et purrs. There we go. The French one. I love it. We're just watching Andy's videos. Emma says, I'm beta reading for a friend. Nice. We're talking about watching the videos. Patrick Farmer dropped in. Hi, hello. Esty Houston dropped in. Hello. We just got back, getting lunch, and then to work. Yeah, you missed me, like, chewing my cud on screen. I'm sure it was very attractive. Emma will tell you. Everyone is watching everyone's videos. It's a beautiful thing. I love it. Felicia is here. Hi. Dreaming Cruise to Author. Lovely to see you. And I think I'm caught up. Shannon says, I got my copy of Nita's book. Can't wait to talk to her about her during my Halloween stream. Oh, that's perfect. Nice. Your Halloween stream. Is that actually on Halloween because it's Nano Eve? That's perfect. Good planning, you. Okay. So, caught up on the chat. Told you what I did. A few of you told me what you were doing. But I didn't hear about anyone else's reward. So, don't forget, there's a pinned question in the chat that is about, do you give yourself a reward for nanoing? And what is it? Because I think that's interesting. I don't know. It feels good today. Halloween. Okay, not Eve, but Halloween at noon Central Time. Gotcha. Nice. What else do I have going on? I've got the fireside chat. I just confirmed another fireside chat, which is very exciting. And actually, if you like Fairy Tales and Nightmares and Melissa Albert, you will love the November 10th fireside chat guest, because it's Jenna Rose Nethercott who wrote Thistlefoot, which is like a twisted fairy tale mixed up with intergenerational trauma and like magic. It's so good. There's a house that's sentient with chicken feet and it moves. And I'm telling you, it works. It works so well. So she's an amazing writer. I really liked it. And I met her through A Mighty Blaze. So yeah, all the crazy intertwined fairy tales. My reward is finishing. Yes. I mean, that is the sort of point of Nano, is that like you did the thing, did the darn thing, as Tiffany says. But like, besides the winner goodies, maybe some people give themselves extra bait. I don't know. That's what I was interested in learning. I realized this works fine for me and aligns with one of my top 5 Clifton strengths, according to Becca Syme. I don't remember which one. Yeah, mine's buried in my email as well. I remember I like to research, and I have a hard time making decisions. That's like yes and yes, number 1 and 2. Beyond that, I forget. Yeah, I don't need any. All right. Okay. Kind of go slower today. I started off the stream with my one weird tip, and since Shannon and Leslie didn't get to see, I'm going to show you again. This is my beautiful outline. It started out as a blank piece of paper, and it was too blank, which is weird for me because I like blank pieces of paper. I think I was intimidated because the Nano outline I had started was too pretty. So my one weird tip is that put it on a Post-it note, and it doesn't feel as high stakes. And you can take it off, or you can move it around. It's just like a Kanban board, but it's your Nano outline. And now I'm getting sunlight because the sun is peeking through the clouds. All right, so what else? Productivity sprint, focus time. What else am I going to focus on this morning? I could write a newsletter draft for the 30th. That is only 3 days away. I should probably do that. One of the other things that I'm going to do today between now's productivity sprints and the fireside chat at 5 is return my little photo sticker printer. Some pictures, it did really well. See if I could do that. Like my fall leaves photo that I printed out. And that would be great. But it also does this, another fall leaves photo, which it just turned into like orange crud. Like, it's not radioactive slime. Those are orange leaves, but it didn't come out that way. So that was disappointing. And then there's just like middle of the road. There's a pretty picture. Ooh, the light is hurting here. I'm not a photographer. I'm a videographer, obviously. And yeah, so like 1 out of 4 that I'm really happy with means that I maybe don't spend $100 on it. I'm sorry, I gotta change the curtain. Thought I was safe in cloudy Portland, but no. I know. Rewards. Emma Bennett says, good coffee, good chocolate, and a trip to the coast at the end for my rewards. Go to the coast. I like it. I'm thinking there was something wrong with me that I didn't give myself something to finish that I've never felt the need. Yeah. You know, give yourself a reward when you need it. That makes much more sense. Tea and dessert snacks for Abby. Realize the satisfaction of completing a task is my best reward and what drives me. Yeah. Yep. And the writing sisters say happy Friday. Lauren. What's the writing? I think it's Lauren. All right. Well, let's jump back into a sprint. Let me get my timer ready. I'm going to start on my newsletter draft. and tell me what you're working on. So I got my camera ready. Oh, we've got time watching my favorite shows for Joanne. Hey, how's it going? Oh, that's good. That's a good one. Yeah. The Scrivener reward is really like a solution to a problem. It's not really a reward. If I'm honest, yeah. Eloise Barr, working on work. Hello, welcome. Nice to see you here. She says, hi, everyone. All right, so we're going to slip into our other scroll bar here. It's going to give us 21 minutes sprint. An extra minute for JC, who's trying to figure out the filming. All right, so let's go ahead and do that, and I will dive into my MailChimp account. Ugh. All right, have fun, everybody. See you in 21 minutes.
whip up my appetite. Don't leave me high and dry. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're gentle and wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, 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 baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, well, I don't wanna jinx it, baby. And twist myself at the spine. Don't wanna overthink it, baby. It's just twist your body and mine. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, but I don't wanna jinx it, baby. Let's not get ahead of my time. Oh, but I don't wanna miss you, baby. So I stand up and speak just my mind. Oh. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're gentle and wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're gentle and wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight.
So if I can spin it down, that one went way faster and way more smoothly than the first one. So I had a task. I was working on my newsletter draft for a few days from now. I got most of it outlined, some of it drafted, and then I was working on the main image for it. And I didn't get finished, but even things right there, feeling good. Like, glad to get through that. We jumped into the chat. Felicia's calling us all super awesome. Nice, thank you. Everyone should print on it. Yes, we are awesome. Lauren says, lunch break at work, need to outline a story for Nano. I think I'll try it this year. We'll see. Outline. Did someone say outline? I get so tickled by the whole, try this one weird trick or this one weird tip. And of course, what springs to mind is to get rid of belly fat, because that's what I saw on social media just over again. Morningstar came in, editing in background, thumbed up. Thank you. Thumbs up. All right, so someone saw the kitty moment. Excellent. I had him here for about 12 whole seconds to say hello, and then he jumped off. So I'm glad somebody caught it. And Nia came in, said hello. Paget thinks the Scrivener Award is a great idea, right? It's a solution to a problem that I keep butting up my head against. So, Jim's books, reading, and stuff. Hey, y'all. It's early enough for him to chime in. Lovely to see you. Was I gonna say something back to you? I can't remember what. I think it was about the Midjourney stuff, but very cool. You keep doing your thing. It's awesome. Emma's gonna head off. Thanks for the sprints. We'll see you later. Thanks for being here. Oh. All right, so I got my newsletter draft and images done. But anyone else? How'd you do? What you working on? How'd it go? Yeah. I'm writing about how cold it is in Portland. There was like a cold snap, and all of a sudden yesterday it was freezing. Like I had 3 long sleeve shirts on inside before I went out, and then I put a coat on. The sunlight is still finding me. All right, sunny and cold here in Portland. That's what I got to report. Shannon says, eating lunch, getting my thousands of tasks done. I think that's an exaggeration. I don't think you've counted that many times. Close, but not in the thousands. Oh boy. Yeah. Great time. Speaking of lunch, and speaking of gym, I'll tell you guys what I'm working on reading. I'm not getting through this very fast. Agnes Grey by Anne Bronte. Not really holding my attention. Oops, I said it the wrong way. Korean Vegan from Joanne E. Molinaro, who's a TikTok queen. I am really interested in this one. I'm almost finished with it, I suppose. She's got all these different versions of Korean dishes, along with like family history and talking about her own, I don't know, growth and development. And the last one that's really grabbing me is Carrie by Toni Jensen. And Carrie is doing a lot of work here because she's just starting to talk about guns. And she's also talking about Standing Rock. She's a photographer. And she's met these. She's talking about her history and different modern day things. This is very interesting. It would be a good book for Native American Heritage Month if people are looking for books for that month. I haven't read it yet, so I can recommend it. But I'm like reading it between October and November, so I don't know. It's not going to go on my TBR because I'm already reading it. That seems weird, but it is very good. Ooh, and there's some more. There's 2 more that I'm reading at the same time because I'm crazy. So I just started The Night Circus because we're reading this for Patreon Book Club on Sundays when we're talking about it. And for all the hype that people said you should read Erin Morgenstern, I am loving this. Okay, not only the cover and the color vibes, but the writing is also very much giving me the Schwab world building and style. I love it because I can't read Darker Shade of Magic again. So like reading this it's lovely. It's like tinkling rain settling on the skin. Like, oh, so good. So I'm excited to finish that and talk to it with the book club on Sunday. And then this one I'm also like reading in little bits and I'm getting close to the finish. It is clipping along. This is Deborah Carr's An Island at War, one of her books set in the Channel Islands. And I learned about Deborah through Emma Bennett, a British author who lives in the Channel Islands herself. And this is a World War II, not a romance, a little bit of YA maybe, but mostly just like historical fiction set during World War II. So, yeah. Oh, just did a video where she highlighted the gun emplacement, where she talked about the scene, and I think I'm coming to the scene, so that was also very exciting. All right, what else have we got? Jim agrees Agnes Grey is no Jane Eyre. I know, but I should finish it. It's just like there's only a few more days in October, so what am I going to give my time? Nia says having lunch now. Croissant, sandwich, and tea. Oh, that sounds delightful. I love it. Love it. Almost like a little finger sandwich. Jim says, I enjoyed The Night Circus. Great atmosphere. So Jim has already read The Night Circus, and then he just read 13th Tale, or are in the process of reading the 13th Tale for, I can't remember the name of the book club with the fabulous booktubers. It's not who, but anyway, they're reading 13th Tale. That's on my, like, maybe I'll get to it. I won't get to it this month. But yeah, great author. Oh, Erin Morgenstern, V.E. Schwab. Can't remember the 13th Tales author right now. But you know, the other one that makes me think of that feeling is Natasha Pulley. You read Natasha Pulley, Jim. You might like her writing. So yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. FOMO, thank you. Fear of missing out book club. Yeah. I finished it. I think you just pull it down. You either give a book review or you give like a random grab from your bookshelf. Either way, I saw 13th Tale cross my feed and it's like on my watch later list. So many good ones. There are a lot of Preptober videos coming out right now, which is like competing for space. But yeah, getting ready for November. I still haven't made my final decisions for my November TBR. It's gonna be big. Of course, it's gonna be big. I have so many nonfiction books. I'll give you a preview of what I'm thinking of doing. New planner. New planner still doesn't have a sticker. I just tweeted someone's sticker shop that looked really promising. But it's $4.50 per sticker. $4.50. It just seems like a lot. I don't know. I don't know. All right, so I haven't read, but I'm looking forward to Seed Keeper, Heartbeat at Wounded Knee, Heartbeat of Wounded Knee, I guess. 7 Fallen Feathers, that's all for Digitathon or whatever version of that anyone's going for. Finishing Elizabeth Rothy Marcus, finishing The Fatal Shore, and I've got Our Migrant Souls on audiobook for nonfiction November, and then some nature ones. There's one I'm not sure about called Scarp. It's about a guy who like wanders around looking at geology in the landscape around. Is it London or is it maybe a second city in Britain? So that could be good, but it also could not be. Like the guy's mentality might not be my thing. The Secret Network of Nature, The Nature of Oaks, The Insect Crisis, How to Be a Conscious Eater. I got some sort of like food environment related ones. So lots of choices, lots of choices. Oh, and I've also got the ones I just got from the library. The Break by Katharina Vermette, who I'm going to buddy read with someone, I think Marcella, whose channel I don't know very well. So I'm excited about that. And Then She Fell, which Leslie tells me is very good, by Alicia Elliott. Shudder by Ramona Emerson, which I picked up, I don't know how. Anyway, library reads. I can wait for my library to open its main branch again. Okay, The 13th Tale got a 1-minute review. That'll be in my watch later. Excellent. I tend to push the book reviews of books that I haven't read yet up to the top of my watch later list, and I've watched from the bottom, which is weird. But I don't want spoilers. I'm not saying that your 1-minute reviews will have spoilers. I'm sure they won't. But the other books that do have, very involved discussions, I put up to the top. So I feel like I'm just putting all the books I haven't read up to the same section. This falls under the how do you Booktube sort of category, which everyone does it so differently, which is so fascinating. But yeah, so November TBR is going to be long, and I'm traveling twice. I'm going to the coast for a weekend, and I'm going down to California for a week for Thanksgiving. So maybe, I guess on the train I'm going to have plenty of time to read. But I'm also going to be trying to do vlogs for NaNoWriMo for the first time once a week. And I need to start on that today. So we'll see. I'll try to break it down and give myself a little theorem, not a theorem, a formula. That's what I was looking for. Science words. A formula, and then just sort of slot things in and see how that turns out. I don't know how people normally edit together vlogs. It seems like mystery, so we'll see how this goes. Leslie says, I'm so excited for you to read And Then She Fell. Yay! A Mind Spread Out on the Ground, her memoir, was so impressive. So I'm excited that how do you go from a memoir to fiction? I could never write a memoir. I thought about it and I'm like, what would I even know? So I'm like, this is very impressive. Very impressive. Okay. We're ready for our final sprint. Here we go. 22 minutes, stretching it out a little bit more. I don't know if that will help JC. I don't know if she's still on. Let me just get our timer ready. 45, 45, 36. Let's do it. I'm going to draw it for a little bit more. R.C. Scott's back on his spacebar? Spacebar hides and shows? That's an exciting discovery. Hi, R.C. Did not know that you had keys for StreamYard. Now I know. Okay. What else can I do? I could finish the newsletter draft, or I could do magazine work. I'm going to try to finish the newsletter draft, and then we'll see what time I have left over. Okay? Everybody ready? I will mute myself and see you in 22 minutes. Good luck.
You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me high and dry. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're channeling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. chilling in the rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're channeling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh.
some reason I got 42 in my head. I'm 3 minutes over. Guys, I was paying attention, but I had the wrong time in my head. Okay, so I was looking on an image, which I like. I'm gonna wait for some feedback on it to make sure I have it best easy. Then I went back to Twitter, and I'm now fiddling with colors to complement the image. It wasn't as productive as the sprint. One really good and 2 okay sprints. I guess that's what we'll be settling for today. All right, so we had China Kingdom. Hello. But I don't know what reward I'll give myself. You can think about it during Nano and just let the possibilities come. Jim said he's working out his November TBR as well. A nonfiction he has Mark Twain's Life on the Mississippi. Nice. And I said that might be interesting. I've got one of his books on my shelf, but it's The Gilded Age, which is like a satire, which normally I don't get along with very well, but because he's lampooning the people he's lampooning, I might actually appreciate it if I get it. I don't know, Mark Twain side will be good for me. And then if you saw me cursing at the screen on silent, that would be because every time Chrome needs to update, it does this thing where it doesn't let me upload anything. I don't know what that's about, but I just updated yesterday, so it shouldn't be doing this. I can get around it when I can drag and drop, but if it's got something where you have to put something on the screen to bring up something like choose your attachment, it won't let me do it. It's really frustrating. Eloise is trying to help me. You might need to restart or clear your cache. No, I haven't done that. I think it sort of does that when I restart. Yeah, it just keeps happening, so I'm not sure why. Jim says my editing software tells me there have been 2 updates, but I don't like doing tech stuff. Yeah, you, me, and the rest of the world. Jim says I have 7 books on my November TBR, Martin Chuzzlewit and Jade City. Those are both pretty big. I started in October, and both are quite weighty. Yeah, I'm at 376 of 802 on Martin Chuzzlewit and 154 of 605 for Jade City. Both are going to roll into November. Yeah. Sorry. I got 42 in my head for some reason. Shannon said working on a drawing, my dragon head for my next book cover. I haven't liked any of the ones she sent me. I'm guessing designer. The body has been fine, but not the heads. Already did the line drawing, and now getting into the graphic design program. That's exciting. And you think you're going to be a writer, and then you turn into being an artist, graphic designer, etc. Needs must, I suppose. Aren't we impressive? As Melissa said, aren't we super awesome? Yes, it was, yeah. All right, we got a few minutes left. I've covered basically everything I need to cover. How did you guys do on your last sprint? Let me know. Let me know what you're reading in November. Let me know what you're writing in December. We're just in our cool down round now. So, yeah, what do you do? Turn that right off. I'm done. I'm done with that little tune now. Thank you, YouTube. Copyright free library, but I'm done. Right. That's great. You can draw a dragon head. It would end up looking like an alien dog, I'm sure, if I tried to do it. Jim says, also on my TBR, The Sea of Tranquility by Emily St. St. Mandel, if you're going to take the Victorian view, which I haven't read, but I've heard good things about. That's her second. Is that her second or third? Is that the one about like the container ship and the end of the world? I can't remember because I haven't read either of her follow-ons. We Have Always Lived in the Castle by Shirley Jackson for the FOMO Book Club. All right, that's a classic pick. And Zabel by Nancy Krikorian. I don't know that one. Is that a NetGalley pick, perhaps? Sounds good. Oh, no. It's about the Armenian genocide, but that still could be a NetGalley pick. Yeah. I had a funny dream actually this morning about a bunch of different languages being spoken and someone hearing me speak Turkish, but he was actually Armenian. No, he wasn't Armenian. He was Kurdish. Funny things our subconscious does, right? Yeah. Shayna, I got more done than I expected, although I joined late. That's good. Thumbs up. I'm glad to hear it. Yeah, I like it. She's talking about her dragon. I shared it on Discord. Oh, okay. Yay. So we're on a Discord server. I just shared my image for my newsletter to try to get feedback to make sure I did it right. And Shannon is sharing her drawing in process as well. See, author life, wild and stressful at the same time. Leslie called it early on in the stream. Oh my gosh. What else? I'm going to remind you about the fireside chat later today. What else have I got going on? Today is the 27th. I got Friday things. I'm off for Saturday. So the fireside chat is going to be going on at the same time as the Storyteller's Hearth Readathon. And it seems a little crazy to me to do a write-a-thon 2 days before Nano starts. I mean, it's kind of like doing a sprint right before a marathon, which I don't know if that works. Maybe Ben Pick can tell us. It doesn't sound smart to me because I'd be tired after a sprint, especially after a weekend, especially after the weekend Shannon's going to have because she's on so many guesting on so many sprints. But anyway, the fireside chat will be during those first or second hour of sprints. So if you want to break already, you can come over and chat with Elizabeth and I. And let's see, Saturday, Sunday, I'm just doing like a prep and plan because I need to keep going with the prep and plan. The preparation is for Nano. That's the outline I keep flashing up here, which none of you can read because it's too small. And the plan is the promotion for the box set. So like I have two things that are sort of vying for priority in my dashboard here. So yeah, I'm just trying to keep on them both. Oh, okay. It's not a NetGalley. Zabel came out in 98. Wow, historical fiction. Okay. Jim says, I've requested Slow Productivity from NetGalley. I like the title. I do like that title. Shannon clarifies she's guesting on 7 streams and hosting 1. Yeah. So I've actually scanned some of the streams for Storyteller's Hearth this weekend to try to find another writer who could be a co-host because I've asked 3 different people and they've said no. So I'm kind of like, all right. I'm asking for next weekend's write-a-thon. So during Nano is when Shannon and I and our cohort have decided to do our Pass the Pen relay, which is sort of like Storyteller's Hearth. It's another thing where a bunch of us are streaming and trying to write words. And it's going to be a 15-hour relay. So we're passing the baton between 5 of us this time and doing 3 hours each with some sprints and some chat. And yeah, we said we'd be open to having co-hosts, but like I said, I've asked 3 different people and they've all come back with no, they can't. So I don't know. Maybe it'll just be me for the final countdown. Oh. Oh, okay, now I see. Crazy, stressful, wild life of a writer. And Leslie says, and I reap the rewards. Ha ha ha. She's snickering into her hand. I like it. Shannon says, I wish I could always write. I don't mind the art, though, but the admin is, ugh, yeah. Shannon says she'll be there. Yeah, you're closer to my time frame. I won't be getting up for Richard's and Emma's. It's just going to be too early. I think 3 a.m. and 6 a.m. So if I want to last the whole day, I need to I need to sleep through. Yes. Shannon will be my co-host. So she's going to do the same thing in Storyteller's Hearth as she is in the Pass the Pen Relay. All right. But I'm going to make sure you eat something on screen or off so that you don't faint while we're doing our sprints. Just not the beginning. Sounds good. Sounds good. All right. All right. Yay. So I will have a co-host. Thank you, Shannon. So yeah, so that's what's going on. There's lots of gears whirring and ribbons twirling and things going on behind the scenes. So yeah, busy times. So hopefully that will help you if you are writing, drafting anything. And if not, if you're just reading, you can read along with us during our sprints. I believe for tonight's, I will just have them have crackling fire noise. So hopefully we can deal with that. And next weekend, if Shannon's on, we'll just have crackling fire noise. But yeah, so that's my, I don't know, rambly today. Productivity stream for Final Friday. I don't have any Halloween costumes to share, but we are doing a Halloween theme for next weekend's Pass the Pen Relay, and Shannon, artiste extraordinaire, used the AI in Midjourney to give us all sort of like horror Halloween costumes. It's pretty awesome. So if you want to peek and see what we all came out as, you probably can't guess what I am because I don't think Puck usually has wings, but I like that Puck has wings in this because it makes him stand out. We all have different like horror in literature characters. So see if you can guess who's who. You will find the Pass the Pen Relay graphic and stream up on our channels and in our playlists. So you will find out who's joining. But I'm just going to wrap it up for today. Thank you, everyone who could join. I hope you got some work done and are excited for Storyteller's Hearth this weekend. And I don't know, maybe you're going to Best Buy to return something as well today. I don't know. You know, mundane. It can't all be roses and teacups, can it? Yes. You can read during the sprints, Jim. It's all good. All the pucks she got had wings. I mean, fairy wings. Those are some Mondo wings in the graphics. So like, those are yeah. Yeah. I like it. I think it definitely goes more with the horror theme, the dark fairy. So it's exciting. All right, everybody. Thanks again. Happy reading. Take care of yourselves. Have a great weekend, and I will see you soon.